So you might have noticed that Wales is introducing a tourism tax. Now, because it's 2024, everyone's going to get really angry about it because we have to get angry about everything. But I think it's worth taking a second to understand what it is, why they're doing it, and the impact they hope it'll have. So essentially, once this comes in, it can come in from 2027. Anybody who comes and stays in a hotel, an Airbnb or a self-catered let in Wales will have to pay £1.25 a night in tax. This will be for every night that you're here. So if you come for the day and then leave, no tax. You also, if you are staying at a hostel or on a campsite, you pay 75 pence a night. So financially, this will mean that a family of four, because it affects children just as much as adults, a family of four, if you're staying in a hotel in Wales for 7 nights, you're going to pay 35 quid, essentially. The reason the Welsh Government are doing this is to try and mitigate the impact of mass tourism. So councils can choose whether they opt in or not. So it might be a council, for instance, Cardiff might say, actually, we're not going to do this. But another part of Wales, like Gwynedd, might say, yeah, we're going to. And if that does happen, when you go to that area and you stay, you'll have to pay the tax. It's actually up to the council, hotel itself, whether they pass that fee on to the customer. So it's the hotel that's liable for it, but it's expected they'll mainly pass that on to the customer. Now, I think what is quite interesting about this is what the money has to be spent on. The councils have to spend the money they raise on things like mitigating the impact of visitors, safeguarding and promoting the Welsh language, and promoting sustainable tourism, but also stuff like maintaining facilities that tourists use. So the idea is it will make the areas better for locals and for tourists who are using the area. Now, there are some people who are actually exempt from this. So if you're a disabled person traveling with a carer, you can reclaim the payment. Same for people who have emergency stays. So say where I lived in Wales, my house was flooded or there was a fire, I could go and stay in a hotel and not pay this if I can demonstrate that there was an emergency that meant I had to stay there. Also, quite often local authorities will place homeless people in hostels and hotels. They are also exempt from it. It also doesn't apply to you if you stay more than 31 nights. Because what they don't want to do is punish people who just live in a hotel. They don't want to punish residents, essentially. So some people say that this is going to be a nightmare for hotels because they're going to have to administer it, although most of the administration is done by a central body. And some people say it will deter tourists. Others say, well, this is actually just a really good way of making tourism sustainable. So that's it. That's the tourism tax for Wales, or the tourist levy, as they call it. But if you enjoy this analysis, you can sign up for my newsletter, which is called the Will Hayward newsletter, or you can follow me on wherever you're watching this video. Thanks.